Oh, hey there, everybody. So I got a question for you. Is life the Truman Show? You've never seen the movie The Truman Show with Jim Carrey. You know, he has this life and he starts to figure out that he's actually on a reality TV show and he doesn't know it. He lives this whole life not knowing there's cameras everywhere and all the people in his life are staged and they're brought into his life, cues of directors off stage and things like that. And, you know, the sky is fake, everything is fake. He discovers his whole life is manufactured and concocted by some movie studio. And I come over here to the urgent care clinic to get my eye looked at because I've got a scratch in my eye. And it was almost like, you know, I walk in, cue the crabby lady at the desk who isn't friendly. And then she's like, well, it'll be 25 minutes. And I'm there 40 minutes and nobody comes out to wait on me. So she gives me my, you know, she takes my health insurance information. It'll be 25 minutes at least. Okay. So just as I walk into the waiting room to sit, it's like the director off screen goes, okay, cue the little kid who's sick, who runs right in front of you and sits in the very chair you want to sit in, who's maybe 4 years old, who's got the mother just off camera, who isn't paying attention to her child because she's so engrossed in her straightening her burqa and scrolling through her the glowing Christ in her lap, meaning her cell phone. And he's this little kid, and he's running all over. It's like, cue the little kid that's annoying and sick, and he's running everywhere. So this little kid runs right in front of me and runs right up to the chair I want to sit in, and he starts playing with the painting on the wall behind. Lady, what's wrong with these people? Get control of your children. Nobody controls their kids anymore. They just let them do whatever they want. Oh, it's okay, Billy. Go pull the painting off the wall. I don't care. And then they get called in. Then a lady that comes in, 15 minutes after I get there, she gets called in with her kid who's sitting cross-legged on the chair, another woman in a burqa, because Cleveland has become the cultural mecca of the world. We got Russians and Muslims and all kinds of people living here now. It's always been a melting pot, but this young girl, maybe 12, 13 years old, is sitting cross-legged on the floor going, I'm like, oh my God, yeah, sitting within 10 feet of me. I'm like, oh my God, now I'm going to get sick. Cue the sick Muslim woman with her sick baby girl while she's sitting scrolls on her damn iPad. So I'm there forever. My back is killing me. I got a really bad back today. I scratched my eye over the weekend, and I go up to the lady where I checked, and I said, what is their triage process? I've been back there for like 40 minutes. And nobody's coming out to get to me, and yet people that came here 10 minutes or 10, 15, 20 minutes after I did have been waited on already by a doctor. Oh, I don't know, sir. You don't know. No, you don't know. You just sit there, you just take people in, right? Cue the incompetent receptionist people, cue the guy that wants to go through a red light right here. Cue the guy that wants to go through the red light. I just love it. And it's almost like, it's the same thing when I walk into the drugstore. Every single time I go into the drugstore, not once in a while, every single time I go into the drugstore to buy one of the drinks I like, or go to get a greeting card for a holiday or for my wife, every single time I'm about to approach, the Mountain Dew Kickstart, some weird guy wanders up to the very drink I want, almost as if on cue by a director who goes, all right, get the weird guy to go up to the Kickstart Mountain Dew section so Pete can't get to the drinks right away. All right, are you ready? Keep the fat lady near the greeting card so we can't get in there. What is this lady doing? Lady, we've got nowhere to go. There's a traffic jam. This woman's darting in and out of traffic like she's Mario Andretti or something. It's a rainy day, and she's driving like a big Lincoln SUV. Oh, I've got to get to my nail appointment. Got to get my acrylics on. It's because I'm so gorgeous. I bet you it's a woman. Yep. You can always tell lady drivers. You can spot them from a mile away. Like I said, they have no respect for the machinery that's sitting beneath them, or how dangerous the machinery is. But it's, you go into the greeting card section, and the other day I went up to buy a birthday card for my wife, and or the people that are halfway between changing lanes then turn on their turn signal. Well, if a cop saw that, they'd pull them over. If any of the cops around here were competent, but they're not. I just did see a motorcycle cop on the way over here today, but he was headed back to the squad to have some donuts and coffee, I think. Don't know what he was doing out, because you never see cops in this town. But, you go over the greeting card section, there's always some fat old lady like, oh my God, look at the quality of this card. Oh my God, it's so cute. Oh, there's a little rabbit on it. Oh, what about this card over here? Oh, and then they stand right in front of you, and they don't even, they're oblivious to the fact that you're trying to look at the cards too. Oh no, I've got to put my big fat ass here with my babushka on my head and look at all the cards, because it's going to get just the right one. This is just the right thing for my lovely husband, because we're so in love after 70 years of my fatness. I don't get it. Every time I walk in that drugstore. Every single time. It happened to me yesterday. I went looking for a card for my wife for our anniversary. I walk in, I go into the greeting card section, and sure enough, there's some fat old white bitch just browsing and pawing through all the greeting cards. Let's paw through all. Paw, 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 paw. Or there's some guy with his kid, and people today, nobody controls their kids. I don't know what's wrong with kids today. But when I was a kid, if I acted up, in the grocery store, off would come my mom's penny loafer, and she spanked me right there in the aisle. Oh no, Billy, go ahead. Tear things off the aisle walls. I don't care. It's just too much for me to handle right now. I'm an upwardly mobile white woman. Why would I care what my children are doing? Oh, it's too much. I might break a nail. It's almost like it's contrived and concocted. I go in yesterday to the chiropractor to work on my back. Thought I had it bad. There's a homeless guy trying to get through the rain on his bicycle. And I go to the chiropractor, and he puts me on this table that has like this rolling thing that goes up and down my back underneath like the cover of the bench I'm laying on. And something popped in my back, and I'm in worse shape today than I was when I went in there. It's terrible today. It's like, okay, it's not his fault. It's just something happened. But so I got a bad eye, a bad back, and a few other things going on. And it's like, oh, can things get any worse? Oh, don't even ask that. They can. I know darn well they can get worse. And in about 6 weeks, I got to go in for surgery with a doctor who's about as friendly as a rabid raccoon. God only knows what he's going to do to my prostate. This fucking asshole. I just couldn't sit in this waiting room anymore. My back is too bad. They must only have like one eye doctor in the whole place. This is the Cleveland Clinic Urgent Care. See, Jesus Christ. I've seen this place. It was like a triage room for a battle, like in MASH or something. People coughing and wheezing. Everybody's dying. It's like, oh my God, I just have a scratch in my eye. You think they'd want to get me in and out of there as quickly as they could. No, I think, here. Yeah, hit the gas there, buddy. You had to get in front of me in your little Mazda. Go. Oh, now you got to hit the brakes because you got to get in there. Oh, Jesus. Everybody's in such a hurry to get somewhere. But it's like everything is weird. It's like, signs right here says $65 for your first adjustment with this chiropractor. So I go in there the other day. They've had these signs out like they're almost begging for people to come in because they can't get any business at that chiropractor. So I walk in, and there's nobody in the place. It's a ghost town. There's no one at the front desk. I ring the bell. Nobody shows up. I don't know if the chiropractor's back there banging his assistant. God only knows what's going on in there. Well, they lost a customer. It's like, okay, what's the chance that this place is so desperate to get customers that you walk in and there's absolutely not a soul in the office? No one. Okay, everybody. Okay, Pete's about to walk into the new chiropractor shop down the street from his house. Okay, everybody go out the back door. Leave him there. Get him frustrated. All right, you got it. All right. Okay, on 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, everybody leave. He's in the door. Head out the back. It's either that or everybody's just a complete incompetent dumbass. You know. Now, I've seen somebody else on YouTube think that life is like a Truman Show. Like everything is planned out before you even do it. It almost seems that way. It seems that way. But people say, no, Peter, it's just because you're a negative thinker and you're drawing in from the universe all these negative things, or you're focusing on the bad. Pete, you've got to focus on the good. Focus on the good. That's what you've got to do. Yes, okay. Yeah. I call bullshit on that. I don't believe in this universe. I tried all that positive crap when I was younger. I had all these wonderful, warm, fuzzy thoughts all the time. And trust me, the things that I wanted, I didn't come close to them. And I was very sure they were going to happen. I visualized them in my mind. And to tell you what, I never became a rock star. I never found a woman dressed in leather that would do kinky things in the bedroom. I never found this glorious lifestyle, some notorious lifestyle. Meanwhile, you know, I know artists that create complete crap are selling their work left and right. Go figure. I see guys here on YouTube who just sit in their car like this and talk. That's all they do. No editing, nothing. They bitch and want to complain. No better looking than me. And they've got hundreds of thousands of viewers and subscribers. Yeah. Right. They're about as eloquent as a wet sock. And people watch them. It's like, this one guy comes on the other day. He's like, you can tell his whole script is written out by ChatGPT. He's sitting in his kitchen. He's got it landscape though, not vertical. And you can tell he's reading something a little bit off camera, off his phone. He's like, what is life all about? This is what he talks like. He talks like he's a construction worker. Like you can tell this guy doesn't talk like this in normal life. What is life all about anyway? Could it be that we're just intricate particles in a giant maze of madness? Like, come on, dude, you don't talk like that in real life. You're out shoveling shit somewhere on the side of the road. There's no way you have a vocabulary like this. And he's got, you know, he's unshaven. He might as well have the glow-in-the-dark vest on like they'll wear in the road crews. Tell me, what's the insurmountability of this inconsequential life that we live, you know? And he's got like 100,000 subscribers. How did that happen? There's no way. This guy's a dope. Hey, I talk like Rocky Balboa. I got the mentality of a boxer that's been hit one too many times. But I'm using very big words and thoughts and phrases and concepts that only an eloquent doctor would speak. But I've got the ability to think more than I look like, you know. Fuck it. I'm tired of bending over for the man. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of bending over for YouTube. YouTube is the man. YouTube is the system. They got all of us jumping through hoops, think we're gonna make hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. Yay! Hey, the insurmountable consequences of the theoretical processes of this life, page 2, you know, they really confuse me and astound me. Yeah, I'm sure he talks like to all of his road worker buddies all day long. Hey, buddy, why don't you use your gravitational pull to pick up that shovel and gravitated over towards me while I smoke my Marlboro Red, inhaling the blue smoke. Okay, boss. Trust me, I know lots of guys, and I grew up with lots of guys who are blue collar, and they don't talk like that. They all made fun of me because I had an advanced vocabulary. Peter, where did you get such a multisyllabic vocabulary? I guess they proved me wrong because they're all retired now from working on the road crew and in the water plant and the factories where they all went to work after school. And I went off to go to college to be someone, to be or not to be. That is the question. What a racket that is. College is the biggest racket. And it's all legal. It's all freaking legal. But I don't know. Do you think life's the Truman Show? I think it's all concocted, contrived. It's just, there's no way. There's no way. You know, and if you're listening, director guy who's directing my show, the PTPOP show, do me a favor, will you? Would you please let me get into the greeting card section without some fat ass white bitch with a do-rag on her head or a babushka, you know, in front of her walker? Would you please just give me one episode where I don't have to fight the old fat white grannies or the Muslim women in the, you know, in the waiting room with their snot-nosed little kids that are, you know, they're all about Allah, but they butt into all the Western culture of the iPhones. They're gonna sit there. Oh, my burqa's not straight. Oh, slide. Let me see if I can find a picture of Allah. Oh, there he is. Oh, give me a break. Such hypocrites. We're all hypocrites. Every single religion is a bunch of hypocrites. I don't know, man. It doesn't matter where I go. It doesn't matter where I go, what I do. You know, the restaurants, it doesn't matter if you go into a car dealership. The car dealership calls me in for a recall and screws up my wife's car. It wasn't even broken. All right, cue the incompetent mechanic. Scene is the dealership where PTPOP's taking his wife's car in the dealership. Cue the incompetent mechanic and a weird customer service rep to get him in there and then screw up his car even more, so he gets upset and makes a funny live broadcast on YouTube. Okay, on take. All right, go. So I didn't get my eye looked at. And so now I gotta go home and do something. I'm telling you guys, do not move to Ohio. If you've moved away from here, stay far away from here. There are no jobs, and you'll be crossing back in the mid 20th century. You'll be crossing back in like the 1960s, 1950s, where people just are weird and backwards. And some people at these. How do you work in customer service for a major hospital in an urgent care and have the personality of a wet sock? You know, I tried to joke around with the lady. She's like, "Is this workman's comp? Is this workman's comp? Your eye?" No, it's my own dumbass fault. I scratched my eye. She went, oh, he said dumbass. Oh my god, I'm going to wilt like a flower. He said dumbass. Oh, he must be a grumpy old man. Oh. And they've got people working these front desks of these medical places. Except for yesterday, the lady that ran the chiropractic place was really nice. She was really nice. And the doctor's pretty good. It's not his fault. My back is really bad today, and I just can't stand being at home all the time. I'm at home all the time. I rarely leave anymore. And I either sleep or I make these stupid YouTube videos, and nobody watches them, so I don't know what the point to it is anymore. I mean, I get a couple hundred views per video. Some of you have been very nice to me, but for the most part, my videos don't get clicked on. Nobody watches them, so I don't have any motivation to do it anymore. I make no money at it. I don't get the views, so I guess I'm being beat by a guy sitting in his kitchen with a do-rag on his head that talks like the inconsequential circumstances of the vernacular is basically this is what I want to do other than work on a road crew because I'm far more intellectual than I let on. Yes. My back hasn't been this bad in like 15 years. It was bad when I went to the chiropractor, but it's worse now. I don't know what happened to that machine, but something popped in my lower back, and I can't go back there. I don't want this guy to touch me now. I don't have no idea. I don't trust anything now. But I'm gonna go now, go back home and sit in my dreary little house, my dreary little life with nothing to look forward to. It's just ridiculous. Just a stupid channel on YouTube. They fuck you in the ass every chance they get, and they've done that to me. Meanwhile, all these people sitting at their kitchen with their, it's always some sweet young thing too. There's always these cute little girls that sit there and have something special to say with their perky little boobs and their makeup's all done, and everybody watches it, mostly men, because they're cute, and guys are jerking a gherkin to them. That's true. Oh, she's cute, I better pull it out and massage myself. Oh, I better do it. And meanwhile there, I go on these fairly well-crafted videos, editing the whole thing, hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours spent, and nothing. Some schmuck pulls out his iPhone and talks intellectually into the camera as if that's natural. And you ever notice a lot of these guys that are really popular, they talk really fast, they talk like this. I talk like this, I talk like, I've just done a whole bag of cocaine. I talk really fast, I talk like a hummingbird. I fly around the house and I just have everything to say, and everything's clever and everything's good and everything's great, and I've got just the right precise thing to say. Come on. Your average person in the world isn't that sharp. How do they do that? Do they speed it up in post? There's no way. There is no way the average person can toss off a video in their kitchen. Some of these, I'm not talking about the construction guy that dug like this, I've seen so many channels where the people are so hopped up and hyped up like they're on Adderall and cocaine and meth all at the same time, and they just talk really fast. And you see the thing that you don't know is the cadence that people use and the pace that people use in their discussions is designed to draw you in. So if you have a fast talker, the average person is more likely to be drawn into that than somebody who talks slow like me, because it's boring to the average person. The brain goes to sleep. But if you talk really fast and get your message out really fast, it gets people excited, gets the brain excited, gets the viewer excited, and they want to watch. And there's a lot of people that didn't go to school to study this and somehow figured out that if they talk fast enough with a fast case and a lot of quick editing, they're going to draw the people in. And I'm just of the belief that the average person is adult and can't figure this stuff out for themselves. So are they plants? Are they corporate plants that people put out there to get people to watch these horrible shows? I mean, I used to watch this one guy all the time. I'm not going to name the name of the channel, but he's always talking about everything's a conspiracy, kind of like what I talk about. But after a while, it's just like, oh my God, I can't listen to this anymore. And he goes on and on and on about the chemtrails, and he goes on and on and on about Trump, and it's like, oh my God, say so. So what? So what's your point? I don't have a point either. But he's got like 50,000 subscribers. Nothing makes any sense. All right, guys, I'm gonna log off here. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Bye.